Hello Internet, and welcome back to my reviews of the Fantastic Four films. Last time we covered 2005's Fantastic Four, and now we made it to our second stop, a direct sequel to the 2005 film, Fantastic Four Rise of the Silver Surfer. Released on June 15, 2007, Fantastic Four Rise of the Silver Surfer is directed once again by Tim Story, and stars Ioan Gruffudd as Reed Richards or Mr. Fantastic, Jessica Alba as Sue Storm or Invisible Woman, Michael Chiklis as Ben Grimm or The Thing, and Chris Evans as Johnny Storm or Human Torch. The Fantastic Four must work together with their sworn enemy, Dr. Doom, played for the second and final time by Julia McMahon, as they confront the mysterious Silver Surfer. And no, I'm not talking about a certain gray hedgehog riding waves. Damn it! Haha, you got called out, Silver. Fuck off, Shadow! The Silver Surfer, whose real name is Norrin Radd, is played by Doug Jones in his physical form, while his voice is done by Morpheus himself, Lawrence Fishburne. In this movie, the Silver Surfer acts as a messenger warning planet Earth of the coming threat known as Galactus. In this movie, it's a cosmic cloud entity and not a gigantic humanoid alien, which thankfully we're getting in the Fantastic Four First Steps! A different version of the Silver Surfer appears in the Fantastic Four First Steps. Instead of Norrin Radd, it's Shalabow, played by Julia Garner. And there was even a Silver Surfer video game on NES that was infamous for its extreme difficulty. A game that I don't even want to attempt to speedrun. This video will contain spoilers to Fantastic Four Rise of the Silver Surfer, so be forewarned. But anyway, here's my thoughts on the second and final film in the original Fantastic Four duology, before Fan Fuck Up 4 and the Fantastic Four First Steps. This is Fantastic Four Rise of the Silver Surfer. This is the only live-action Marvel film to be given a PG rating. Why they toned it down to that rating, I have no fucking clue. And it also clocks in at precisely 92 minutes, meaning it's so damn short like you wouldn't believe. We start with a mysterious flying object causing anomalies all across the world, like making it snow in Egypt, creating absolutely abysmal special effects that fool nobody, and creating huge craters and power outages. That mysterious flying object is actually the Silver Surfer. This takes place 2 years after the events of the first Fantastic Four film, where Reed Richards, played once again by Ioan Gruffudd, and Sue Storm, played once again by Jessica Alba, are planning on getting married. And I'm just gonna say that the effects for Mr. Fantastic's stretching abilities do not hold up well at all. But there have been a lot of movies from the 2000s with incredible special effects like Harry Potter, the Star Wars prequel trilogy, James Cameron's Avatar, and the Sam Raimi Spider-Man trilogy. Fantastic Four? Not really. There's a supporting character in this movie played by Andre Braugher, best known for playing Captain Raymond Holt on Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Sadly, Andre Braugher passed away at age 61 in 2023. His character recruits the Fantastic Four to track the movements on the Silver Surfer as it causes anomalies and chaos all around the world. The wedding of Reed and Sue is highly publicized since the Fantastic Four praises heroes, like Spider-Man and the Avengers. Not so much the X-Men since the public is very distrusting of mutants. And Stan Lee makes another cameo appearance as a wedding guest who wasn't on the list. Before the wedding, Andre Braugher goes up to Reed and asks him to create a sensor to track down the Silver Surfer's movements. And while the wedding is taking place, the Silver Surfer arrives in New York City and causes a power outage that results in a helicopter going haywire and almost killing the wedding guests. The Four protect the guests, and Johnny chases after the Surfer in a pretty exciting chase sequence that we're gonna see again with Joseph Quinn in the Fantastic Four First Steps. As soon as he catches up to the Silver Surfer, he's overpowered and crashes down on Earth. But there's a problem. Whenever someone touches Johnny, they swap powers, meaning that if he touches Sue, he would become invisible and she would be engulfed in flames. And if he touches Ben, Ben can snap his fingers to create flames, while Johnny's body is covered in rocks, and vice versa. The reason this is happening is because by coming in contact with the Silver Surfer, Johnny's entire molecular structure is in passive flux, meaning that he can swap powers with anyone he touches, pretty much turning him into Rogue from X-Men. Reed traces the cosmic energy from the Surfer, and discovers that he has visited multiple planets in the galaxy, which are then decimated 8 days later. This is because he serves Galactus, the destroyer of planets. Except this is not Galactus. This is Galactus. This, however, is what happens when Galactus eats too many crunch wraps from Taco Bell. Dr. Doom is imprisoned in the fictional country of Latveria, and he is set free due to the cosmic energy given off by the Silver Surfer as he passes by Latveria. Doom is heavily scarred as a result of what happened in the first film, and he follows the Surfer to the Arctic where he offers to have them join forces to take on the Four. His body is healed thanks to the Surfer's cosmic energy. The Four then head to London, where Gun headquarters is located in Sonic the Hedgehog 3. That's where Reed deduces the next crater will show up, but unfortunately, the Four arrive too late to stop it. But they do save the London Eye from collapsing, which is where Sonic waits on top of for the force field to shut down so they can snag the second keycard to power up the Eclipse Cannon. And so the Four encounter Victor Von Doom, fully healed thanks to the energy given off by the Silver Surfer. Turns out that Victor made a deal with the military, and together they deduce that the Surfer's board is the source of his power. And so, Reed, being the science genius he is in the comics like Peter Parker, Tony Stark, and Bruce Banner, develops a pulse generator that separates the Surfer from his board. The team then head to the Black Forest in Germany, home of the ever-famous Black Forest ham. Sue has a chance to talk to the Surfer and ask him some questions. The Surfer, voiced by Lawrence Fishburne, tells Sue that it's not him that's plotting to destroy Earth, but then the military open fire upon him, and the four are able to separate the Surfer from his board. And thus the Surfer is captured and is brought to a facility in Siberia, where the compass to the Master Emerald is located in Sonic the Hedgehog 2, as well as the dance battle with Sonic and Tails. The Surfer is tortured for information, and the four begin to suspect that the Surfer is not who they think he is. So they have Sue gather information about why he arrived on Earth, since she's the Invisible Woman who shares the same abilities as Violet from The Incredibles, force fields and all. The Surfer warns Sue about the coming of Galactus, or the after effects of Galactus eating Taco Bell. The Taco Bell after effects feeds on planets in order to survive. The Surfer serving the Taco Bell after effects is what prevents the Surfer's world from being destroyed, and it's revealed that he had a lover back at his home. In the comics, the Silver Surfer's lover is Shala Bao, who happens to be the Silver Surfer herself in the Fantastic Four First Steps played by Julia Garner. This movie is where the Fantastic Car first makes an appearance. That's the primary mode of transportation for the Fantastic Four in the comics, just like the Batmobile for Batman. The one featured in this movie is based on the first model in the comics, and it makes a comeback in Deadpool and Wolverine. Another version of the Fantastic Car is said to appear in the Fantastic Four First Steps. In this movie, the Fantastic Car is a flying vehicle that splits into multiple vehicles. They use it to chase after Dr. Doom, who manages to steal the Silver Surfer's board and beeline it to China. While pursuing Doom, the Surfer reveals his name to be Norrin Rad, and as they make it to Shanghai, Doom impales Sue with a metal spear made from cosmic energy. And so, we get an epic fight sequence where Johnny comes in contact with the other three and uses all their powers at once. Mr. Fantastic stretching, Invisible Woman's invisibility and force fields, and the Thing's strength. But that couldn't save him from his painful fate at the hands of Cassandra Nova in Deadpool and Wolverine, after trash-talking her with fucks galore, given the fact that Deadpool and Wolverine is Marvel Studios' only R-rated film for now. And while Ben is his normal self and not made of solid rock, he uses a nearby crane to knock Doom into the harbor and drown the sumbitch. But then, the Taco Bell After Effects arrives as Sue dies. The Surfer then gets his board back and revives Sue, before flying up to the Taco Bell After Effects assisted by Johnny. The conflict between the Surfer and the Taco Bell After Effects creates a massive blast of energy that destroys them both, and thus the day is saved. Johnny is cured of his condition and everyone gets their abilities back. And after the day is saved, Rhea and Sue finally get married in Japan, where the entire wedding is more rushed than Spaceballs.
Okay, here we go. The short version. Do you?
Yes.
Do you?
Yes.
Good, you're married. Kiss her.
The reason the whole fucking wedding is rushed is because of an alert that Venice is sinking into the sea. And so, the Fantastic Four are off to save the day in a movie that will never see the light of day. And this is the last time we see Chris Evans as Johnny Storm until his appearance in Deadpool and Wolverine, after his run as Captain America. In a mid-credit sequence that goes absolutely fucking nowhere, we see the Silver Surfer survive the battle, and that's the end of the movie. I'm giving Fantastic Four Rise of the Silver Surfer a 5 out of 10. I wouldn't really consider this to be underrated like its predecessor, but it is forgettable for several reasons, mostly the way that Galactus is portrayed. This bothered a lot of lifelong Marvel fans, including myself, and thank the Lord we're getting a more accurate look at Galactus in the Fantastic Four First Steps. The Silver Surfer made for a very interesting and mysterious character, who we know nothing about at first, until his true intentions are revealed. He is one of the more popular Marvel characters who got an infamously difficult NES game. He was definitely my favorite thing about this movie, which doesn't say a whole lot. The Fantastic Four themselves did a good job in their roles, even though I'm still not fond of Jessica Alba as Sue Storm, or Jessica Alba in general. It certainly is an improvement over its 2005 predecessor, but I don't like how it was toned down to a PG rating despite most live-action Marvel movies being rated PG-13. And a lot of PG-13 Marvel films, I feel, can be enjoyed by younger audiences too. Like, you can take your kids to a PG-13 Marvel movie after school, and they'll have a blast with it. Just don't take them to any Deadpool movies. All in all, Fantastic Four Rise of the Silver Surfer was okay. Not my favorite Marvel movie, but it was nice to see where the 2005 Fantastic Four story continued. A third film was planned, but as a result of this being a bomb at the box office, it was ultimately cancelled in favor of the film that I'm unfortunately gonna talk about next! And I've already decided on a strong alcoholic drink to get me through that movie because I'm honestly afraid to go near it again. But I have no choice. I brought this upon myself, and I'm gonna review it for you guys. With that said, stay tuned for my upcoming review of 2015's Fantastic Four, or as I like to call it, Fan Fuck Up 4 coming soon. Until then, wish me luck. I'm gonna fucking need it.